Okay. I can make good. I do that really well, Mark. Of course, everyone around me, I'd be the only person eating it. All right. We're go. We're live on YouTube. We're going to be hitting it up on Facebook. We're running 20 minutes late. All right, we're live. We're good. We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm running 20 minutes late. My headset broke. This is a backup. As a reward, I'm going to show you something really cool. Why the best traders choose the Newsbeat service and algorithmic accuracy. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Did that work? Did you guys hear the volume for that? It opened up halfway. Did you hear the actual volume for that intro screen? Yes. Let's start it again from the beginning. Let's get the whole thing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. I have so many cool things to show you today. We're going to talk about a couple companies. We're going to talk about a few earnings. We're going to tell you why the best traders out there choose the Newsbeat live service, as well as sharing with you yet again our algorithmic accuracy. But first, before we get into all that fun stuff, by watching this show, you are agreeing to hold me, Mark Melnick, and T3 Live harmless and not responsible for anything seen, shown that you think you saw. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. On this video, if you do not agree to hold me and T3 legally harmless for anything on this video, any content on this video, you must exit immediately. And by continuing to watch, you are agreeing to that. Well, thank you so much for agreeing to that. And it sounds a little, why the best traders choose the Newsbeat thing. It might sound a little bit, I don't know, confident. Is it cocky? I don't know. But you know what? We're gonna share with you from a member today, and as soon as the member just wanted to turn this into disclaimer. So we're going to actually do a little reverse today. We're going to go right into the mailbag. Then I'm going to show you the trades we caught today with Qualcomm. Then I'm going to show you the algorithmic levels that we called out today. Then I'm going to show you the algorithmic levels that we're calling out tomorrow. Then we're going to go over some earnings things and we're going to whip right through it. It's going to just be like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, over before you know it. But first, let's just go ahead and take a look right here. We're looking at an email. I'm jumping right to the mailbag because a lot of you guys, you'll watch like, 20, 30 minutes. And I want to just show you this. So I'm doing a little reversal today. And this came in at 12:07 p.m. today, 6 hours ago, and it basically says, "Hi, Mark. Thank you for all you do. I've been following along and making some nice money. Almost have my account back to seven figures since joining. Question: You mentioned longer swing plays are something we are going to get into soon. Do you have a time frame? All right. So I'm going to answer his question too, but basically, there are a lot of traders who are in this room who joined the room and they were trading for a number of years in their accounts. I've seen stories of accounts going from like $500,000 down to like 60,000, quarter million to 40,000. There's a guy in the room who's still a member today who had a $1 million account brought down to $32,000 and is now over $150,000. You might say, well, how is that good? And it is. And if you're thinking like that, you're absolutely mistaken. Because there are traders who come in here from all walks of life, different services, different educations, different training programs, and they come in with a bashed up account. They're coming into the service trying to help themselves and try to get to that next level. And they're coming in to the room with a very beaten up account. Like they come in. So to get somebody from 30,000 to 150, to me that's a huge success story. I don't look at it as, before whatever the, gentleman was trading that he brought his account down from a million to 30. I look at it as he brought it from 30 to 150. You have to look at trading that way. You can't look at where you have been, even if it was positive. When I first started trading, I brought $12,500. I brought it up to 1.1 million in my first year. But that's when the market, you could have been a brainless tool bag in order to make money. That was me. I was a brainless tool bag, and anything you bought worked. I can't look at trading and just say, well, I made $1 million then, so it doesn't really matter what I do now if I lose 100 grand. Every single moment of trading can be a starting point for your future, and that is a very critical thing, critical thing to learn. That every point of trading can be your future. So we've been doing a new strategy right now. It's in its testing. It's working 2 for 2 so far, 2 days in a row. And I just want to show you what kind of access and evolution that we have in the Newsbeat live room. Now imagine instead of having, and again, I think trade ideas is the worst way to phrase something. I said it years ago. I'll say it again today. Anybody who's giving you trade ideas is probably wasting your time. I think trade ideas, what's saying if I give you a trade idea? It's basically me saying, this is an idea, here's an entry, here's a stop loss, here's a target level, and then I'm stepping back and it's all on you. There has to be some form of accountability. And I think that's why we do what we do here, because even though I'm not responsible for everybody is responsible for their own trading, and I get that, you should at least, as a broadcaster, feel some form of accountability for the traders around you. You have to. And if you don't, you're probably a soulless human being. And I'll tell you that right now. I don't know how you deal with all these traders. I mean, okay, granted, all right, we're the largest trading room here, but it doesn't matter. I felt the same way when we had 20 people when I came back a few years ago, and I started out with like 10 people and then got 20 people. Like, I even feel more inclined to help now that the room, exploded up to, record numbers. Like you even feel more inclined. So when I'm sitting here, I'm looking for new strategies every day that work in the current environment. And if I am not working my butt off, my buttocks off, working to find you guys these new consistent ideas, I feel I'm letting you down. To me, a service is not about me saying I'm going to give you A, B, and C and sit back and say, well, this is what you paid for. I like to give you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And what do I mean by that? The tons of phone calls, the tons of emails, the tons of personal attention, the tons of additional strategy, the tons of additional value, not nickel and diming you, for example, for the new swing strategy that we're bringing you. Believe me, I can easily talk to T3. They could set it up for me. I could charge $200 a month. And not all of you will sign up. No one always signs up in a room for any service ever, but enough of you will sign up where I'll make a lot of money. But instead, I am trying to just bring as much value as humanly possible to increase your profitability. And if you surround yourself with a bunch of people who are just throwing trades at you without you fully understanding them, it's going to cause psychological toxicity. So, one of the important things that I do here in the room is you have to understand what and where I'm doing something. When I call out to you guys that I'm buying something, like even the Qualcomm today, let me go with the two trades that befitted our new strategy today, like Qualcomm. And of course, you see a big thing saying, we bought here. Look at that. That's a 5 minute chart you're looking at. We bought right there. What if that was one of your trades today? What if in the morning that was my number one focus and that's what a room of traders like the Newsbeat live room was focusing in on? What if that was what we were focused in on? What if that was your only trade today? Would have you been happy if that was your only trade today? What if we did another part of the methodology and we traded Wayfair? Let me show you. Wayfair. What if you were shorting Wayfair right over here? What if you were shorting Wayfair right over here through 153.32 before it, plummeted 10 points? Yeah, you would have had to sit there and wait a little for the 10-point drop. You could have caught some in between, of course, earlier. I'm just asking you, what if those were your only two trades today? What if trading didn't have to be about you looking at different setups? I find it funny because deal with some of the larger firms out there, the the very large firms out. I'm not going to name drop, but they're large, and I'm not sharing their name. So if you wish to know what they are, too damn bad. I am not name dropping to name drop to impress you. I could give you know what about impressing you. I'm here to help you make money. That is the only reason why I am here. It is. It is. I do not do this job for the paycheck. You could ask anyone at T3, ask the whatever higher ups. Ask them if you could ask if there's one person in your firm who is not doing this for the paycheck, I guarantee you they'll drop my name. Why? Because trading and running a room is about trying your best to help other people. There's certain extents where in which you could go. Just like the words I love you doesn't mean the same thing coming out of everyone's mouth. I love you from someone means I love you, but I could give two craps about you if it means I have to put a little effort into something. The same thing goes with trading and trading setups. Not all bull flags are created equally. Not all bull flags are created equally. You're going to have people out there looking at the same bull flag formation, and you'll have the same people. And again, they do it out of ignorance, not out of evil. And they'll tell you that if you see a trading setup and it befits your strategy, bang, you should do it every time because that's how you do it and that's how you confidently step forward. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me know when you blow up your account and you need, additional changes and tweaking. This market is always about changing and tweaking. That's why when I see people around me doing the same old tired stuff on Wall Street, I find it funny. And the more education and the more videos and the more advertisements and the more emails they're sending you, the harder the guru is having a time making money. And why is that? So I'm saying instead of just doing these videos, I want to explain to you the mentality of what we are doing here. If I explain to you the mentality, you're not going to suffer psychological toxicity. If you understand what's really happening, you're going to understand it. And there are going to be traders out there who are going to unleash a ton of strategies on you. There are thousands of strategies out there that work, but believe me, thousands of strategies that worked a month ago or 2 months ago no longer work today. And why aren't they telling you that? Why aren't they changing? Why aren't they putting in the time figuring out new things? Because they are lazy. Because they are lazy. When you're sitting there receiving a paycheck from helping traders out, it takes away the willpower to work hard. It takes away the willpower to work hard. One of the biggest drives is the hunger to make money. You want people who are hungry, especially in sales. If you look at whatever sales, like the companies that run like the multi-level marketing, it's all about really, pushing forward with sales and like you want the hungry person who wants the big paycheck and they're going to put in their all. So let me tell you how we developed this strategy because I could show you this and I could tell you that there are people who made, I don't know, between the entire room, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars overall. I mean, who knows? But when you call out something like that and you don't call out many trades, the room profits around you. So instead of just saying we bought here and showing you a stupid arrow, and this is the trade we did in real time. And by the way, we were looking at this trade since 9:40 a.m. I'm like, guys, I'm waiting for this to happen if I buy it. All right, 9:45 a.m. This is a 5-minute chart, so I'm going up by 5 increments. All right, 9:50 comes. All right, guys, I'm still waiting. All right, 9:50, 9:55, 10 a.m. Still waiting. 10 a.m. goes through. All right, guys, if this happens right here, I'm buying it. It happened at 10 a.m. 30 minutes later, everybody's sitting there with Qualcomm on their screen. They buy it. We buy it. I bought it. You know what my response was? Okay, when I bought it here, when I first entered the stock, if you remembered, if you're not in the Newsbeat live room, you didn't hear it. But what I said at that point was, okay, guys, let's see how far it goes up. That's how I was thinking. I had no idea what this chart was going to look like when I bought it. When I bought it, it was just looking like right there. I bought it right at like 10 o'clock a.m. in seconds after 10 o'clock a.m. I think it was 10 o'clock a.m. in 1 or 2 or 3 seconds after, that's when I bought it. And everybody was prepared to buy it at that point. Everybody had it typed in on their system, type in their little level 2 box or in their option box. Everybody is ready. And I think that is a very interesting thing. You might see Amazon up after hours now, and you might be wondering why Amazon is up. Just news flow here. Warren Buffett is buying Amazon shares. Warren Buffett sees the value in an electronic retailer. Good for you, Warren. Okay. With that being said, Amazon's going to move tomorrow, and the whole market should go up. The whole market is up at the moment. But yeah, Warren Buffett buying into Amazon. Interesting. So back to the story here. Like I could show you these things, but here's the point. Here is the mentality. Here is the psychology. What people don't realize is any trader out there who will just look at a chart that goes up and tell you and make up words and make up its high volume and it exhausts itself and it's so overpowering and then it falls and you should have been shorting up there. That is the trader you want to run away farthest away from. Same thing on the reverse side. If you see a trader and it's going down, 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 and then you want to buy it, you are going to blow up one day, most likely. And by the time that trader is quick enough to get out of the way, you're going to blow up the accounts of dozens of people around you. In my case, maybe hundreds of people around me. I don't do that garbage, though. So, what is the point of trading? People think the point of trading is to make money. Yes and no. The point of trading is to make money without psychological capital at risk. Financial capital at risk is easy. Anybody could show you a trade that goes up or down. But what's going to happen is if you're putting psychological risk on a trade, you are going to, unless you're one of the unique robots or machines out there of human beings that can handle psychological toxicity to that extent, you are going to eventually fail. That's why traders who made money early on in their career, they sit there and they wonder, why can't I do it anymore? What happened? I used to make all this money. What happened to me? Did I suddenly suck? No, you're fine. In fact, you're more informed than you were before. Why is it that as traders learn more of the market and more strategies, that their P&Ls go down? Do you find that funny? Somebody used the new strategy today with Lyft and it worked great. We'll go over that chart later, Edward. Why is that? Why do traders who learn more can't make money anymore? Because they are not taking into account psychological capital risk. That is why That's why we have traders who are multi millionaires here. That's why, because they understand that they're not putting their psychological capital at risk. So, what you're not seeing on this chart, what is not being shown on Qualcomm, is the following. Let me show you why Qualcomm is a good idea. And when I explain it to you, it's going to be so obvious to you, your head is going to spin. Okay, so Qualcomm announced earnings and gapped up and a bunch of analysts upgraded it. Mizuho, JP Morgan, Bank of America Merrill, Canaccord, Cowen, Raymond James. Okay, so you have 6 analysts right there who upgraded Qualcomm. So let me ask you, if you wanted to buy Qualcomm today, would you rather have those 6 analysts upgrade it, or would you rather have no upgrades or downgrades, or would you rather have 6 downgrades? If you are buying Qualcomm today, would you want 6 upgrades? Would you want 0 upgrades and downgrades, or would you want 6 downgrades? And I know I'm talking to you as if you were a preschooler, right? I'm talking to you as if you were a preschooler. Yeah, of course I want the upgrades, Mark. Of course you do. Now, on the charts, do you want a chart that is technically strong above all the moving averages, etc., or do you want a stock that is below all the moving averages, etc., on Qualcomm? And these are my 4 moving averages, and it's above it, obviously. Um, hmm, that's a tough one, Mr. Melnick. I think they should be above. Now, while taking that information, which we had in the pre-market, before the market opened, before 9:30 a.m., we knew that. Now let me ask you a question. Would you want to be buying a strong stock that is presenting relative strength as after it pulled back or as it's going up? Would you rather pay at day highs for a strong stock or would you rather pay a pullback in strong stocks? Mark, it doesn't take a genius. I want to buy on the damn pullback. You're learning. My God, trading is so damn simple. I wish I knew this thing. I wish I knew this thing before I blasted XYZ dollars. Mark, you're a genius. You're using the logic of a first grader and you're applying it to trading. And you're not coming to us with a bunch of scam trading ideas, which have zero accountability and tons of psychological toxicity behind it. Now, when I tell you all bull flags are not created equally, would you rather be buying a bull flag right here of Qualcomm breaking out, or would you rather buy another bull flag that doesn't have the upgrades, doesn't have the powerful daily setup, doesn't have all this positivity behind it? I'd rather buy the upgraded one, Mr. Melnick. Now, when I say we bought Qualcomm here, that is what we put together. There's a little more. Now, what if I told you there's an algorithmic strategy that I have been seeing work over 80%? It's not fully back tested yet, and I fully admitted that, so we're trying it for the second day. We're trying new things because when the market changes, you have to change and adapt to it. We changed and adapted a strategy this week. This is a new strategy this week. This week. Now, when you put all the things together, whoosh, that's how you get moves like that. That's how we catch things like that. That's how we catch things like the Wayfair. I don't like trading Wayfair, to be honest. I'm not even saying you had to make a lot of. Do you think when I show you this chart, I'm insinuating that you made $2, like $3 even on the pop up there? I'm not insinuating that. I don't give a you know what if you made 25 cents on the trade, 50 cents, a dollar, $2. Think I care? You think I care at the end of the day how much money you made on Qualcomm? It's Qualcomm. You could have been as heavy as you want. Yes, there are people making five figures on trades like these. Do you think it really matters if you made $100 or $1,000 or $2,000? We can spit out names like this to you all day and night. And you want to know what? We're going to do it tomorrow. And we're going to do this strategy tomorrow on drumroll names that reported earnings, such as drumroll. Let me show you. Activision reported they're down. We'll be looking for a strategy short tomorrow. Arista Networks is down massively. We're going to be looking for a short in that. Expedia is down a bit after earnings, down 4.5 points. We're going to look for a short in that. For Solar is down a little after earnings as well, down a couple points and change. We're going to look for a short in that. Mercado Libre, MELI, psychotic name for you psychopaths out there, is up 55 points right now. We're going to look for a long in that one. Monster Beverage is up after hours. We're going to look for a long in that one. Weight Watchers is up right now. The heck? What did I do? There we go. I was hitting my button so fast I accidentally added a technical parameter. There we go. Weight Watchers is up after hours. We're going to look for a long in that one. Letter X is up. US Steel is up after hours. We're going to look for a long in that one. You know how many of those I'm likely going to trade? One, two, maybe three names. And we're going to prep you for it in real time. And you're going to know before I hit a single button on my keyboard what I'm actually buying. And you're going to watch me make money. And you're going to be part of it with me. Does that make sense? Does trading really have to be complex? Now, when I tell you not all technical setups are created equally, I mean it. That's why people can't achieve good hit rates in other services. That's why your hit rate in other services is so low because they are just looking at the chart. The chart is a very important thing. However, you are delusional if you think the chart is the only thing. Now, are there people there who make money only using the chart? Sure. What does making money mean if you're wasting psychological capital? You're going to blow out eventually. You're going to stop being able to make money soon. You need to heal that process. You need to be part of it. So I just wanted to show you that. Um, okay, I know, Mark Melnick, yet again, Mark, you called the bottom of two very large names yesterday when you were sharing the algo levels. So why not just share them with you again? So right over here was the tweet from yesterday. We gave you Google support at 1158.82. Google support at 1158.82. Google's bottom today on the daily 1158.33. That's 49 cents, right? Did I do that math correctly? Yeah, 49 cents off of the dead bottom of Google. To some people, they don't have time to, they're running full-time jobs. They just want to buy a Google off support. I'm not saying these names work, nothing works 100% of the time, but I am showing you how effective our methodology is. 1158.82 support on Google. Day low, 1158.33. We gave that to you last night. Stay tuned. We're going to give you tomorrow's levels tonight, too. And again, I say it again and I say it in half jest. I either know what the interesting, colorful word I'm talking about, or I have a time travel machine, and I'm telling you, I do not have a time travel machine. So let's look at something else that we called the bottom of. Our first bottom since we added, oil and gold to the list. Check this out. Check this out. USO. USO 1271. 1271. We gave you the bottom of oil. You're an oil trader? You like trading oil? Guess what? We gave you 1271 as the dead bottom of USO. Need to look at it. The bottom of USO was 1269. It broke it by 2 cents, which is for me even better. I want you to look at USO here. Actually, when you broke 1270, here's a 5 minute of USO today. So it's kind of funny. When you actually broke 1271 and you hit 1270, you actually bounced immediately to 1280. And then you came back down and hit 1269, broke the level by 2 cents, and rallied all the way up to 1288. It doesn't sound like a big move to get from 1270 to 1288. But when you're trading a USO and oil futures, there is an infinite amount of opportunity to make money off a call like that. It doesn't seem so big. It's not the biggest move in USO. But is anybody else there giving you more accurate levels? I mean, really, put me on the spot. Say, yes, Mark, there is somebody who's doing it out there. Please bring them to our service. I love people like that. We're bringing these levels for you free every single day before the trading day, 5 days a week. No point in giving you where oil's going to move on Saturday and Sunday. Well, at least USO, because USO is closed. How about tomorrow's levels today? Because you are so interested in these awesome algorithmic levels. These levels don't always hit. In fact, they usually don't. But when they do, not only do Newsbeat Live members get a tweet, an alert message, and an audio in chat regarding these levels more often than not, but you also have an opportunity to make money off them. Right over here, the support and resistance levels for Q, Spiders, IWM, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, gold, and oil. Take advantage of them. I tend to have an easy time buying when support breaks, and I tend to have an easy time shorting when resistance breaks, or do calls and puts. Either one, both work. So I just wanted to share that with you, what we're doing. You already know my game plan for tomorrow. You already know how I'm going to trade. And I guess that is why. It's the things we do here, it's the substance. Marketing can go so far, marketing goes so far in any industry, but retention and traders and you know, getting emails like this, where, getting an email like this earlier today where almost have my account back to 7 figures since joining. He's almost back to $1 million since joining. It's emails like this which keep me going. It's emails like this that keep me going. So, ladies and gentlemen, is it any wonder to you, really, after everything that you've seen, after everything that you've witnessed, after everything that we're going to be doing tomorrow for you, is it any reason and is it any surprise that the Newsbeat Live Room is T3's number one largest, fastest growing trading room? Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.